Hey folks, we're out at the beehives. It's a gorgeous evening, a little bit chilly. It's getting that time of year. Today we're going to be putting on quilt boxes and also feeding them some sugar cakes for winter feed, since they're kind of going to be sealed up in their hives for the winter. So let's get to that. Colette's getting all the bees off this inner cover, which is at the top of the hive, and then that's not going to go back on right now. It'll just be the quilt box on top of this. Here's one of the quilt boxes that we're going to be putting on. There's a stack of 4 of them here for all the hives. Basically what it is some sawdust up top for moisture control, and it only goes about halfway down. And then the space here is where the sugar patties will be, and then it will go on top of the hive so the bees can come up to the sugar patties, and then this gives moisture control for the winter. Alright, she's scraping off the burr coat on the top. That's where the sugar patty is going to sit. Just want to make it a smoother, more even area. So in years past, what happens is these patties would come out of the plate and sit on newspaper there, but it just wasn't working. It didn't quite dry right, so we're going to leave them on the plate and see if that works this time. So we got the top box here, and then the patties, and then the sawdust would be here up to the top. A lot of these boxes have holes drilled in them. In the summer it's a good entrance and exit point for them, just an extra one. But in the winter you can screen them like we did here with the hardware cloth. This is the quilt box, so it's the sawdust on the other side. And that just kind of adds another area of ventilation for the moisture to get out, which will hopefully help as well. This is our northernmost hive here, and the top over here and then down on the cover as well already had some moisture issues, it looks like, so this quilt box will hopefully take care of that. This one we had to leave the feeder on last time we were out here because there were still a lot of bees in there, and there's still some in here, but we didn't take it last time. So this one still has the feeder. We're removing that and then doing the patties and quilt box just like the others. So this will pretty much be the last we'll see of the bees until the weather gets a bit warmer after the winter time. So tell them bye, seal them up, and see them after the winter. We live in northern Colorado, and where we live, the wind most typically comes out of kind of a northwestern direction going southeast. And so we put a little wind block here with these bales of straw. But we did that when we only had 3 hives, and now we have a 4th one, and it really doesn't have anything. And behind it, kind of where I am here, that is kind of the northwest corner. So one of the other projects we're going to do is just get some sort of a windbreak, probably more straw bales, and put them out here for that hive too for the winter. This here is the entrance reducer, and it's usually, you can flip it and it's usually reduced a little bit more so that the entrance is only about that big. Colette's flipping them so that they're a little more open, and then we're going to put a mouse guard over it. Because it's getting cold, and mice and other critters like to look for warm places, especially with yummy honey in them. And so we're doing that, putting a mouse guard cover over it. That still gives the bees an entrance and exit, but will keep the other critters out of our hives this winter. The mouse guards are on. They're duct taped on for now because we forgot to bring, we usually put them on with push pins, and we forgot them, so they're going to be duct taped for now, but they'll still work. So this is what keeps mice and stuff from getting into the hives, and got them all installed. All right, the sun is starting to set here in Colorado, and we got done with what we came out to accomplish, really what Colette came out to accomplish, because she's the beekeeper and I'm just here to help and film and document. But we're happy with how they look, and we're getting them ready for the winter. We think it'll be another successful winter, and we'll see them again in the spring, but we'll be back out here to do some more work. We have a little bit more to get ready for winter, so we'll see you then. Thanks for joining us.